Well, Gordon, Wisconsin recently got a new old restaurant. Shelley and Jim Fall opened the Stone Tavern. It was built in the 1920s, and William Lean shares the story behind why they wanted to continue the historic bar's legacy.
I see it as a place that the community can come, can make memories, can relax, can share stories, and just have a good time. And the community has been so supportive to us, so supportive.
Folks riding northbound of US Highway 53 in Wisconsin will spot this century-old bar, aptly named the Stone Tavern. New owner Shelley Fall and her husband Jim are preserving a piece of local history. And there are plenty of reasons why people get into the bar business, but for Shelley, she wanted to honor the wishes of a close friend.
My friend Lynette purchased the Stone Tavern as well as Smithy's in Solon Springs, Wisconsin. And while she was renovating this bar to get it up and running, she suddenly passed away. And her husband had given me a call, asked if we would be interested in taking over her vision for the Stone Tavern, and after giving it some thought, we decided to go for it.
The Stone Tavern has changed owners a handful of times throughout these past several decades. At one point, it was even called the Poodle Inn. Shelley says they created an entire wall of history showing how the building has changed over the years.
We decided to go back to when Bill Haley first had the shack of a building right after World War I. And then Alfred Prevost purchased it in 1937. So bringing that era into the bar and celebrating that is pretty unique, I think.
Keeping in the theme of history, Shelley and her husband wanted to add a feel of 1930s gangsters with different classical jazz elements. Another way this bar stands out from other taverns in northwest Wisconsin is the strong outdoor siting of rocks.
Alfred Prevost obtained all the stone from the shores of Lake Superior. I am sure it was not easy at that day and time to haul it all to Gordon, Wisconsin, but he achieved it and made a beautiful stone building.
When Shelley and Jim purchased the Stone Tavern in January, it took them around 9 months to get the building fixed and everything up and running. They even had help from construction crews that formerly worked on the building decades ago.
Well, it was more than we anticipated it would be, more work than we anticipated it would be. Obviously, we had to tear off of a lot of the old structure and rebuild. We were lucky enough in our rebuild to have a lot of retired contractors that volunteered their time. It was really great to see them all come together. We had retired heating people, retired plumbers, retired carpenters.
Shelley and Jim also have plans for new outdoor renovations to create opportunities for live music in the near future.
It's so important to keep that history of our community alive. I think it's just a wonderful thing when people do that.
Well, everybody's welcome to come here, and I'm glad to see them. That's all I got.
I assume that was Jim there. I guess that's the only appearance he wanted to make.
You know, what a memorable moment, though. We're all like, wow, that was a good little line there.
That's all I got. Man, they took on a project, but it looks nice in there.
It's hard to believe it went from complete kind of a shell of what they needed to do.
Totally.
Wow, I want to go.
Amazing. Yeah, very cool.
Stone Tavern.